What's good, fam? Back with another thought to ponder. Let's go. So, I was just thinking how the universe works like a mirror. So when you think about it, if you go to a mirror and you look at the mirror and you see yourself reflected back to you, whatever expression, whether it's a smile, when you smile at the mirror, you see a smile returning back to you. And likewise, if you do a sad face, an angry face, or something of that sort, you will get that reflected back to you. Now understand this. I believe that God created the universe to serve us in that way. I believe that souls come into bodies and are birthed forth, and they go on this journey to learn as they go and evolve in their soul journey. This is the school called Earth. So basically, when we release lower vibrational energies or negative energies, and also when we release good vibrational energies or positive energies, that will be reflected back to us, because it's a system that's been created to serve that purpose. So I talked early on how we need to raise our vibrations to a higher frequency so that we can attract and magnetize positive things into our lives instead of negative things, right? Now, this also works the same when it comes to our actions and what we do to other people, because whatever we do, whether it's a thought, it's an action, or a word that we release, these are all energies that are released, and these energies will be reflected back to us according to the mirror, because the mirror only has one job: reflect. A lot of people get mad about life and why is this happening and da-da-da, but you got to understand this, like, life is only reflecting back to you what you're putting out, and also what frequency what vibrational frequency that you're vibrating at, and that is, there's a lot more to it than just that, but let's just start there, right? So this is something that you really need to come to understand and think about, as you go on your journey in life, that whatever you're putting out to that mirror is going to be reflected back to you. And I've learned this lesson the hard way, and I've had to go through the process of facing what I've given to others. You see, the thing is, when you give someone an experience and that experience is negative, right, they then feel the effect of what you've given them, which is with that experience, whether it's through your thought or words or deed. And basically what happens is that whether it gets reflected back to you by them or by another person or in another way at work or something, or at a restaurant, like, you got to understand the universe will reflect that back to you. There is no breaking this loop, because there's a system that's been created to serve us on our evolutionary journey as a soul in a body. Now, see, the thing is, when it comes to your evolution, right, as a soul, like, God has sent you here for a purpose, and it's a higher purpose. Everyone is called, but not everyone answers that call. Okay. Now, see, the thing is, when you give someone an experience that is negative or positive, whatever it is, and that gets reflected back to you, you then have the same experience that was given in a sort of way. The universe will basically decide how that is going to be reflected. Now, when that gets reflected back to you, it's not just for you to just see that experience and watch it and be like, and observe and be like, okay, yeah, great, I did that, so that's why it's come back to me. Or, I can't believe this is happening to me, because you're not conscious or aware of yourself enough. Now, think about this. When that gets reflected back to you, the purpose is not just for it to be reflected back to you. The purpose is for you to integrate the wisdom from that experience. Gnosis, which is the knowledge that comes from the experience. Now, gotta understand this. If you do not integrate the wisdom and learn from that lesson, you will have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. See, Earth is a school for souls. So souls come here, enter a body, and are birthed forth, and then go on a life journey where they have various experiences with many individuals that help them grow and evolve as a soul. Now, you're here for a purpose, and you need to learn to utilize what's been given to you and elevate yourself. See, I am doing that just as you will have to do that. There is no escape, basically. Evolve or repeat. That is it. Now, when you get reflected back, whether it's a positive experience or it's a negative experience, sit with it. Be aware. Learn. If you don't understand, ask the question. Ask God, ask, whatever you want to call it, to show you, so that you can understand, to help you understand, so that you can integrate the lesson and not have to repeat it and repeat it. So that's why it's very important to also be mindful of what energy you're releasing on a daily basis when it comes to your vibration. Because, like I talked about, your vibrational frequency, if it's not in a positive frequency or a higher vibration, and it's in a lower frequency, in a negative vibration, you will be attracting things into your life, right? You'll be attracting whatever, like it could be anything into your life, or it can be experiences into your life, or it can be people into your life that align with lower frequencies or higher frequencies, depending on which one you are maintaining, I would say, or practicing. Because you can learn to practice staying in a more positive vibration. Now, I'm not saying that like I've done this myself, or I'll be in a high emotion, I'll be in a high mood, I'll be, in gratitude and bliss, and I'll be going on my journey and my day and vice versa. And then, you run into a situation or someone that just knows how to push particular triggers, right? And then you crash out for a moment, just a moment, but you catch yourself. You catch yourself because you don't want to go too far because you're still aware. So you catch yourself, and then you're like, dang, I just crashed out on that little trigger, and then you would become self-aware that, man, I still need to do work there, so I'm not so triggered anymore. And then you might be in a crappy mood and your vibration might lower a little bit, but that's okay, because that's life. The key is to make it a practice of raising your frequency using all the methods that there's a few methods that you can use to raise your frequency, so just practice that as much as you can, because we all want to obviously manifest positive things into our life. So we all want the desires of our hearts, and we all have prayers that we want answered and things like that, but you need to be in the right frequency that aligns with your desire or what you're wanting from God. So this is something that you really need to sit with and ponder. I hope this speaks to you, and I hope that you can use this on your own journey. So much love. Deuces.